Hi guys, welcome to Minx. My name is Janore. I am the owner and CEO as well as the lead instructor here at Minx. Welcome and thank you for choosing Minx. I have been in this business for a little over 5 years. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, if you couldn't already tell from the second I opened my mouth. I've been here in Atlanta for about 3 years now. I love this business. I absolutely have a passion for lashes and brows, and hopefully today you guys will develop a love for the business as well. Today we're going to take a look at the client intake process. First, you want to speak with your client about the style that she's looking to achieve today. At this time, speak with your client about any adverse reactions that can occur, as well as speaking with her about any previous allergic reactions that she may have had to the extensions. A client registration form that just asks for basic information, your eyelash history form, as well as the waiver, okay? You want to initial, sign, and date this. And then I also have an aftercare form for you. Be sure to verbally go over the aftercare instructions with your client, as well as encourage daily cleansing with the Minx Foaming Cleanser. Now we will begin to prep our tray as well as our client for the procedure. There are two types of methods to securing the under eye lashes. There's the taping method as well as the gel pad method. With the tape method, you want to section off your tape first. You want to have a piece of tape that's about this long. Okay. You want to also go ahead and section off a second piece of tape. The reason that we need to use two pieces of tape about this length is because the tape is straight while the client's eyes are curved. So we're going to need to place them on an angle. Have your client to look up. You want to use the tape in a combing motion to manipulate those lashes and get them directly under the tape. Be sure to smooth the tape. Then we want to use the second piece to secure the inner corner. Be sure to smooth again. The first thing that you want to do with your gel pad is go ahead and remove the plastic backing. Once you've done that, you want to place it under the client's eye. You can also use this in a combing motion to get those lower lashes under the pad. The goal is to cover all of the lower lashes so that they don't stick to the upper lashes when we're lashing. You also have to make sure that it's smooth down nicely. Have your client to close her eyes. And you want to ask her if she feels any pulling or tugging. You also want to make sure that you don't see the pad pushing the lashes in an upward motion. If they're lying there naturally, then you know that it's affixed properly. So this is your lash tray. The way that you want to properly remove one of the strips of extensions is you want to take your straight tweezer, then you want to pull it from that corner there and lift. So once we have our strip of lashes removed from the tray, what you want to do is you want to affix it properly to your hand. You want to bear in mind that you want the lash extensions to be going in the same direction as the client's lashes. So we're going to affix them here on the hand. The very first product that you want to apply to your client is the lash primer. You want to take one of your Q-tips, or you can use a microfiber brush. You want to saturate one end of the Q-tip and apply the product to the client's eyes. When applying the primer, you want to be sure to use the Q-tip in a downward motion. press against the pad. That way, if the client has any residue from mascara or any proteins on her lashes, they will remove easily. You want to do that on both sides. Once you've primed the lashes, you want to take your mascara brush and you want to brush the lashes. The reason that we brush the lashes is to get them separated naturally. Another thing that you want to do at this point is make sure that your client's natural lashes are not directly touching the tape or the under eye pad. If they are, then you want to exercise some different taping techniques to make sure that the client's lashes do not stick to the pad. One taping technique to anchor the client's lash away from the pad is to take a single strip of tape, place it on her eyelid, affix it here, and then lift it gently and place the tape there on her forehead. What this will do is lift that lash bed away from the pad so that the lashes never stick. You don't want your client to go and open her eyes and not be able to open. Now we are going to isolate the lashes. To begin isolation, what we're going to have to do is make sure that we are properly holding our tweezers. So you want to have your tweezers held in a pinching motion. You also want to make sure that your tweezers are rested on the top of your hand. You don't want to hold your tweezers this way underneath because it will cause cramping. We need to leave a gap here in the tweezers that are just big enough to get around one lash. The goal is to get one lash by itself so that the other lashes are out of the way and we can properly place a lash. You want to target the lash that you want to get, leaving that gap in the tweezer. You want to go in and open. This is proper isolation. You want to make sure that you give yourself an ample enough workspace so that when you go in with that extension to place it, you won't get any adhesive on the neighboring lashes. You should have about this much space in between your tweezers. Now we're going to open our lash adhesive. You want to make sure that you vigorously shake your adhesive for about 1 minute. You want to go ahead and place 1 dot of adhesive in your cup. You also want to take your straight tweezer now and put it in your dominant hand. We need the straight tweezer in the dominant hand so that we have the precision of that tweezer to grab the lash extension and place it. Once you have your lash isolated, you want to take your straight tweezer that's in your dominant hand and grab the lash extension. You want to grab the lash extension at the tip end of the extension. You want to grab it at the tip so that you have enough room to dip it in the extension adhesive. Now you're going to take that extension and dip it. You want to dip it down in your adhesive like this. You want to make sure that it looks like this, nice and clean. You want to line up the base of the client's lash with the extension. Place it right where you want it. Give it a little press and let it go. It should adhere without you having to force it. So give yourself a little space and then you want to come over and isolate again. Hi guys, welcome to Minx. My name is Janore. I am the owner and CEO as well as the lead instructor here at Minx. Welcome and thank you for choosing Minx. I have been in this business for a little over 5 years. I'm originally from Baltimore, Maryland, if you couldn't already tell from the second I opened my mouth. I've been here in Atlanta for about 3 years now. I love this business. I absolutely have a passion for lashes and brows, and hopefully today you guys will develop a love for the business as well. First, you want to have the client to fill out her consent paperwork. Also go over what the client's expectations are for the microblading. Be sure to speak with her about any adverse reactions that could occur, as well as her history with microblading, if any. Now let's begin the mapping process. This is a disposable ruler. You'll want to place this on the client's forehead to get an accurate measurement. To do so, line up the center line of the ruler with the center of the client's nose. Raise it above her brows, giving yourself enough space to place your markings. Now you want to double check the center of the nose against the ruler using the metal bar of the caliper. To find the front of the brow, we're going to use the center of the nostril. To find the arch point, we're going to move the bar over to the side of the nostril and then move again to find the end point of the brow. Now we want to shave our wax pencil so that we can get it nice and sharp. Be sure to shave away from you and get it nice and pointed. Now we're going to do the other side. Go ahead and place your markings. Be sure to have your markings be longer than the width of the client's brow. While you're doing this first marking side, be sure to make note of where the numbers lie at each point of the brow. That way, when we switch to the other side, it'll make it a lot easier. For the end point, go ahead and find that place, then straighten it up and make that line longer. Once we have both sides mapped out, we can remove the ruler. Now we want to use our caliper to measure the front of the brow. We want to make sure that they're both at the same height. And then below the brow, we want to make sure that they're ending at the same point there as well. We also need to measure the height of the arch. You can do this by using the metal bar end of your caliper tool. Now you want to go ahead and use a dotted line to outline the entire brow. If you have a client who does not have much hair, this would be the part where you'd use your 5-point system. Now let's begin numbing the client. Be sure to place your numbing cream in a separate disposable cup. Using a Q-tip, you want to blot the cream across the brow. Be sure not to rub or smudge. Now place the plastic wrap over your client's brows. This helps to trap in her natural body heat and help the cream to penetrate deeper. While the cream sets for 25 minutes, you want to go ahead and set up your tray. Be sure to place everything in separate containers so that you don't contaminate any of your products. Now we will load our blade. First, you want to go ahead and cover the blade end with your finger. Rip the package open only to expose the top end of the blade. Now place the blade inside of the microblading pen. Be sure to place it at a 90-degree angle and then tighten. In order to tighten, you want to hold the ball end of the pen along with the ribbed part and turn the handle end of the pen. Now let's begin the microblading process. First, we'll need to dab up the numbing cream on one side of the client's face. Take your Kleenex and pat. Be sure not to rub so that we don't rub away any of our markings. You want to then lift, fold the napkin again, and pat up more of the cream. You'll repeat this until all of the cream is gone. Now you want to dip your blade into your pigment. Be sure to get the excess off on the sides. Hold that three-way stretch with your other hand and begin microblading. You want to make sure that the blade makes contact with the skin evenly, all at the same time. Also, make sure that your blade always stays upright. It's also important to make sure that you're going with the flow of the client's hair. Once you've completed the first pass, go ahead and wipe away the pigment. This way we can see our strokes and see what we're doing. You'll now go to the opposite brow and complete all the steps that you did on the first brow. You should complete one pass on one side, then the other, then go back to the first brow and complete the second pass. Then do the same on the other side.